Let's go ahead and let's start previewing some games. Your San Francisco 49ers got the big Monday Night Football game at home against the Cleveland Browns. We made our picks earlier. We are at odds here. Yeah. I've got the Cleveland Browns because fuck it, why not? They got Baker Mayfield. And you got the San Francisco 49ers because you guys are riding high. First place in the NFC right now, and you better win this game if you want it to stay that way, man.
Oh yeah. So, a lot of people complained about the bye being so early, and yeah, I mean it's probably going to come back to bite us in the ass later on in the season.
But it's fun for this week, right?
But this week was important because it allowed Nick Bosa, who was dealing with a high ankle sprain, to heal. This is the first time he's had a week off, to heal. And a high ankle sprain, it just needs time,
Right.
So he got an extra week to heal. A lot of our team was banged up. And, I mean, some of them aren't coming back this week. You have Joe Staley, who's out for another at least month and a half. You have, Kel Witherspoon, who's arguably been our best corner, and he's out for at least another month and a half. So, they're coming in kind of depleted at the tackle spot and at the corner spot. And you start to worry because they put Jason Verrett in it, and Mason Rudolph went to town on him 2 straight plays, pass interference, and then the touchdown. So that does concern me, especially with Cleveland's weapons on the offense. But at the end of the day, this team is going to run the ball. They average about 100 and I think 20-something yards, 126 yards per game. They are, they can run the ball like the way the Rams ran it last year,
Right.
And it's awesome to watch. I mean, they ran it up and down against Cincinnati. Then they ran it again against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh could not stop them. The Niners stopped themselves on 4 or 5 of those drives. Okay.
Yeah.
But they were able to run the ball. And I think at the end of the day, when you look at their running game with Breida, Mostert, Jeff Wilson, and then you look at what they can do timing-wise. I mean, the takeaway from me for the Garoppolo, what happened with Garoppolo against Pittsburgh was they blitzed the living hell out of him, and he took shots, but he delivered the ball shot after shot after shot. Every time he got blitzed, I would see him get hit, get the ball out. There was one where he turned around, and there was a linebacker just screaming in his face, and he was able to get it over the other linebacker to one of the receivers, and it's just like quick, snap of a hit, bang. So, I know it doesn't look good on the stat sheet with the turnovers, but you saw the fact that he could still deliver the ball even when he's being pressured. That's going to be important because he's going to see pressure with Myles Garrett.
Yeah, right.
And so that's going to be something I'm worried about. So just on the defensive side for the Niners, real quick, our defensive line should be able to handle the Cleveland offensive line, which is suspect. I mean, you saw what the Rams did to him where Baker was dropping back and kind of trying to scramble. His eyes would lower. He wouldn't be looking at his targets. I think the Niners are going to be able to do that. Our linebackers are fast. I believe they'll be able to kind of bottle up and contain Nick Chubb. Their receivers are better than our defensive backs, but I don't think they're going to get the chance to really get to use them. They'll hit some plays, but the Niners should be able to corral them. And on offense, I think our running game and our play action is going to be enough to win the game. And I got us winning 27-20.
Okay, so that's your prediction, but let's play this game called worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, the Cleveland Browns are able to do what? And what can they do to the San Francisco 49ers where you would say yeah, I see that coming? What are you afraid of that could happen and how Frisco can lose this game?
Myles Garrett breaks Jimmy Garoppolo in half.
Yeah.
Because we have a 6th-round rookie left tackle. That is my concern.
Yeah.
The way that, if I were to play from the other angle, the way Cleveland wins this game is that their running backs are able to, Nick Chubb is able to break free. Our linebackers can't corral him. Then we get sucked in with play action. The weaknesses on our team right now are left tackle injury where Myles Garrett plays and cornerback where you have Odell Beckham. That's where he resides. So that's my concern. So I think the way Cleveland wins it is, making us stay honest, exploiting our injuries at corner, and Myles Garrett just not giving a damn and crushing Jimmy Garoppolo, forcing him into turnovers, forcing him into sacks. If the Niners were to lose, it would look a lot like the game they played at the beginning of last year against Minnesota. Okay. There was pressure and interceptions and stuff like that. It's just, and that can happen. That's not outside the realm of possibility. Baker's going to be riding high. They're full of confidence. At the end of the day, though, I think I'd take Kyle Shanahan over Freddie Kitchens, and I think our defense stuffs Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I think the key is the San Francisco defense. You can put the pressure on Baker and keep it on all game long. I don't see how Cleveland wins, but I'm going to bet against that. So the other